Hello, Kim here with Abundant Life Tarot. Welcome back to another Mystery Mystic Mondays. We are wrapping up the readings for Davohnte Morgan. Davohnte has been missing since May 5th, 2020 out of Mount Shasta, California. Please check out parts 1 and 2 because part 1 is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle reading. That is where I get a pulse on what type of disappearance we're dealing with. It also helps to shape what kind of questions I wanted to pose and ask for part 2, which is the Tarot and Oracle reading. Then we're now at part 3, where I am exploring just some additional things that I want to see come up in the closing oracle messages. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. This case is quite interesting in that Davohnte is a city slicker, I would imagine. He's from San Francisco, and he and his girlfriend went up to Mount Shasta, which is very rural. It's a mountain town. It's got a small population, and it just seems highly unusual that he would just wander off. Could he have been kidnapped? Could he have been trafficked, as his girlfriend had originally suggested? Could drug cartels be involved? Could this be racially motivated? Or is there something more sinister and close to home to him that happened? That is what we're exploring today in the readings surrounding Davohnte. So please check out parts 1 and 2 if you haven't done so already. Please do me a favor also, like the videos, share them, get the word out about Davohnte, put the pressure on people who may know what happened to him. That is my hope. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. All right, let's get to this next and final part to his reading. Okay, so we are back. This is the last and final part for Davohnte. I'm going to be pulling from a couple of different decks, I think. We're going to start with this one. I'm going to break this one up. So, where is Davohnte, Spirit? What information are you willing to share with us about his disappearance, about specifically where he may be? Also, if you would like to share with us what's next for the investigation, that would be so helpful. May is significant. May was when he disappeared, but in May, we are actually in May. So this is the anniversary. We've got the death card. I like to take turns shuffling. This could speak to when he met his fate to, crossing over. God, I hope not. But thugs, dealer, and criminals. Okay. Truck. Movement. Legal court documents. Eyewitness and statement is what this card is saying. So, someone who didn't have a lot of scruples about themselves. Now, to give the girlfriend the benefit of the doubt, perhaps he did encounter someone where a deal went bad or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. It could be that. Or maybe he got caught in the crosshairs of a deal gone bad. Could be. or it could be someone hired them. Someone hired these thugs, criminals, to do something to cause his disappearance. There was some sort of movement. Here's a large semi-truck, a long-haul traveler. It could be that maybe truck drivers are in that area. That's a main truck route. Maybe there was truckers who may have witnessed or seen something, and because they travel outside of the area, they may not have gotten the word out or gotten the word to these truckers that they might have seen something. They may have been an eyewitness to something. I know that area because I've traveled there. I've gone on vacation in spots near there. And this is a major truck route. So just something to think about. June. Could be that some more information is discovered in June. This keeps coming up. This R word. So sexual, rape, assault, non-consensual. This could just simply mean some sort of transgression, a violation to his person. He didn't consent. It could be also giving him something that he didn't want that to consume, and it was forced on him, and then something happened. Okay, these little cards are always flying everywhere. It could be that. So I don't know. We're gonna look. So, Spirit, where is he, or what may have happened, or these are too many? What may have happened? What's coming up in the investigation? Intimate relationship, romance, emotional ties, unknown to the system, or not unknown to police, not in the system, clean record. So someone that's involved, it's got a clean record. This is an intimate relationship situation gone bad. There's emotional ties to who is responsible. Northeast. Now we're starting to get to some location information here. Northeast. Wow. So they could have traveled. There's the vehicle was in part 2. They could have traveled. They could have traveled in the time that it took for her to report her being the girlfriend, allegedly. Tattoos. Someone has a lot of tattoos, or this could be near, you're on the route to northeast to the direction of where he may be at. Maybe there's a tattoo shop there. I don't know. It says misadventure and loss. We'll talk about that in a moment. Where may he be? 35 to 60 kilometers. We'll stick that over here. So, northeast, 35 to 60 kilometers. I don't know how that's not terribly far, but it's going northeast, going inland, further inland. So, I'll have to look at the map after I do this and take a closer look at that. If I find anything worth sharing, I'll pin it in the comment section. Anything else, Spirit? I'm called to reshuffle those. It says domestic violence, physical abuse in Southwest. I get a strong intuitive hit that this was just a fumble. That's not for this reading. And that happens from time to time. All right, so 35 to 60 kilometers northeast, misadventure, outback, rural, deserted. Yes, a deserted area. It's not like he's in a building somewhere. He is outdoors. Forest path, rural, deserted, desolate. I'm picking up on here. But it's not too terribly far. A search needs to be northeast 35 to 60 kilometers. We'll see if there's any additional clues. Overdose, opportunity, random impulse. I'm sensing that we're dealing with an impulsive person that took advantage of the situation that he wandered off, that he was, upset. Like, that part almost feels like that this was an opportunity to make things happen, to move in a way to take an opportunity to do something drastic, because he was, I sense, really wanting to distance himself from this situation. After the fight, it was too much for him. Overdose, jumped. And remember when I was talking about the Page of Cups in reverse, I was saying something toxic to his body. Look, social drinks gathering. More indication that whoever he was with, this was supposed to be a friendly occasion. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on here. Anything else, Spirit, about what's to come of this investigation? Justice. Now that's encouraging. I'll stick the Justice card over here because I have some questions pertaining to that. But I could see how this might seem like this was a crime of opportunity, and it could very well be that maybe he was in a party situation. He came back, but he just happened to not be captured on surveillance, and that it was a toxic situation. Someone could have actually OD'd for real, and they took the opportunity to cover it up or hurt him even further or hide him or what have you. But I'm encouraged to see the Justice card. And he is outdoors. Something did happen to him. Medium length hair. This is implying a female is involved. Spirit's talking more about where this happened. Money. Someone being paid to keep quiet, perhaps, or money was involved, or money was always involved in the situation. That's what I was talking about in part 1, where there was like some sort of opportunity or a promise to make money and it didn't work out. It's very important that justice is started to happen, because this person with medium length hair, could be male or female, but I'm sensing female, could try to flee, leave the country, try to escape justice. So it is important that pressure is applied by law enforcement, and that's what I'm sensing. Country, wilderness, green, or lush is just more confirmation of where he is located. I don't know if there's any more clues to say, like maybe, it's, the only thing I could sense is that on the way out of town, you'll know you're going in the right direction because of some place where people are heavily tattooed, like a bar of like motorcyclists, or a tattoo shop that's attached off to the northeast, and then whatever is the forest opening or path there is where, in a deserted area, in a forest path, in the country and wilderness, that's where you can find important clues or even find him. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else to jump from this deck. Justice. It's interesting. Someone trying to escape justice by crossing the border. Maybe someone already has. Look at this. Changed appearance, new hairstyle, different clothing, makeup, or facial hair. Trying to change their appearance. Trying to come up with money to leave because they could tell that the spot is hot. Okay, we got that money card here. So that's what I'm sensing is next. The next biggest thing is someone trying to escape justice in this. That Davohnte was met with foul play of some sort, and that it was a violation of his person, and this means that this was someone who did this to him. This is not, I mean, this card could very well speak to him, falling, his own misadventure led to his, passing or demise. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Spirit, anything you want to share from the tarot before we wrap up this part of the reading? Temperance and Pentacles. So the Temperance represents the time period of November 21st to December 20th. So the very tail end of autumn, the season of autumn. Something coming about that brings this into a much more balanced situation. Right now, it could feel like nothing is moving. It's taking years with this Pentacles for movement to happen, but with the King of Pentacles to trust that that something's going to give. And it's my hope that law enforcement goes back to the drawing board, because there's some information there that they missed. And there's critical clues in the social media records of the folks who last saw him, or who was supposed to be the ones who last saw him. It's critical information. So look to the autumn time. The autumn, especially during the last part of autumn, is big. It could be, but I'm telling you that this is years in the making that's going to take for justice to come about, because the thing that could also this speak to is also this person trying to escape justice with the justice and the crossing borders card. I'll see if there's anything else that comes up. If not, we'll stop shuffling. Northwest. I don't know. Northwest is kind of confusing to northeast. I almost don't want to confuse it. Northwest, crossing borders. Maybe crossing to Alaska? Because you got to cross Canada. Look at this. Overseas. March. Gotta chill. So March is, I think his birthday, Davonte's birthday is March 15th. But this could also speak to something set in motion back in November to December of last year, setting into motion for this person, the main person who's responsible, to travel overseas, to cross borders in the month of March, to go northwest. Okay. So that's the biggest thing, is that it's going to be a question of, why is this person leaving? What are they doing? Why are they going? What's going on with them? And what are they hiding? What are they running away from? Okay, that's what I'm picking up on here, is what's next, is looking at the critical players for clues. My apologies for the background noises. But there's also going to be some justice happening, in the sense that there might be some renewed or reinvigorated interest in this case in May and June of this year, that starts to set things into motion to bring about fairness to the situation. Because right now it doesn't feel very fair. I don't know if the officers really feel like they've hit a dead end or a wall, or if they're just not telling anyone because they're quietly watching and seeing what's going on and spying the situation out and feeling it out to see how someone may move next. And then it's in that movement next that this person, the main person who's responsible for this, it's in that movement that will cause law enforcement to strike and to start to move forward. Because I just cannot imagine that they don't have some sort of information. Now, whoever the main person is responsible, they are not in the system. They do have a clean record. So the officers are really trying to make sure they do this right. Because one of the main players in this, who had an intimate relationship with Davohnte, doesn't have a record, and law enforcement tends to handle those folks a little bit more carefully. I'm not saying that they should do that, because everybody should be treated equally and with the same fairness across the board, but I sense that they're moving even more carefully in this situation for whatever reason. Maybe they're new to these kind of cases themselves, and they don't want to make a mistake. I don't know. But I think they're not letting in on all that they know about this situation, okay? So that's good news. Okay, you all, that's it for now. We are going to call it done with Davohnte Morgan's reading. Please let me know what you think of what came up in this reading. What did some of the cards speak to you? What did they say to you? Did you do your own reading on this? Did you know about this case? Do you know some information that could really help us understand what may have happened? All of that good stuff. I love to hear from you in the comments section. And thank you for liking the video. And also a big thank you to those who subscribe. I really appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. And please take good care. Also, before I let you go, I haven't mentioned it before, but I've created a little form. So if you have a case you want to recommend, and a form is easier for you than just writing out a full email, you could do a form. You could leave a comment on recommendations for cases for me to do readings on, or you could privately email me if you're more comfortable with that. Maybe you have a couple of, attachments you want to send. You can send them to mysterymysticmondays@gmail.com. All of that information is in the description box down below. All right, you all, this one was heavy, and I'm praying for Davohnte. I'm praying that he is found. I'm praying for his beautiful mom and grandmother, to comfort them during this time. Spirit, please comfort them, because I know this has been hell for them. Thank you all. Take good care. Bye for now.